Go is a modern programming language that has become more and more popular in recent years. But is it worth learning Go and becoming a gopher? That's the official term for Go developers, although I prefer the term goblin. Gopher or goblin, I'm going to share some of the reasons why I think you may want to consider learning Go. Reason number one is that Go is in high demand. Go has widespread usage amongst network applications and APIs, and most companies typically have products that tend to require both. Because it's in such high demand, it means it pays well. In fact, Go has been consistently placed among the highest paid languages for the last few years. While most of us code for fun, we also have to spend time earning money with our chosen keyboard skills. So if you're looking for a language that pays well, then Go is a good choice. But money isn't everything. There's no point using a language you hate. Which brings me on to my second point. The origin story of Go is pretty interesting. I'll probably do a more in-depth video into the history at another time, but basically the creators are heavy hitters in the computer science world, and they all shared two things in common. The first was that they worked at Google, and the second, they hated C++. So they set out to create a better language, one that was closely related to the simplicity of C, but with more modern features and greater safety. Because of this, Go has a simple yet powerful syntax, and also provides some quality of life features, such as garbage collection and type inference, which makes it easier for developers to worry only about writing code. The team behind Go has also solved a lot of pain points Go used to have, such as a lack of generics and the dreaded Go path. Because of this simplicity, Go also has an improved implementation of what has been typically complex in software engineering. Concurrency is difficult. Some of the more popular languages just do away with it, instead opting to use asynchronous I/O and an event loop. For the languages that do allow it, it can be hard to write safe code with, as you have to deal with many hurdles such as deadlocks, shared state, and race conditions. Go has managed to simplify the concurrency model substantially through the use of Go routines and channels. In fact, it's so simple you'll often find people who are learning Go will use them needlessly. Go routines are a form of green, as in goblin coloured, threads, which act similar to operating system threads but are much easier to spawn and are lightweight in comparison. To write concurrent code is as easy as calling the Go keyword on a function. Channels, on the other hand, are an elegant solution to sending data across threads. By using channels, we can easily send data from one task to another, or just block a thread until data is available. They do have some caveats, however, so I'll probably do a video going into more detail about channels in the future. Over the past decade, we've seen more and more companies push towards cloud first, and technologies such as Docker, Terraform, and Kubernetes have become everyday tooling. All of these tools share one thing in common: they're written in Go. In fact, the majority of DevOps, infrastructure, and cloud-native tooling is written in Go. Both the Cloud Native Foundation and companies such as HashiCorp have doubled down on using Go. So if you're interested in DevOps and infrastructure, Go is probably a language you're going to want to learn. If you've spent any time on the Golang subreddit, then you'll know Go developers will often say to just use the standard library. And for good reason. It's very robust and packed full of features. The standard library alone provides packages to encode and decode JSON, CSV, binary, and other data formats, perform HTML templating, spin up a fully working HTTP server and router, time-based operations and manipulation, regular expressions, cryptographic functions such as hashing, image encoding and decoding for PNGs, JPEGs, and GIFs, compression and decompression functions for gzip and other formats, and too many other packages to go into. Because of this, you can probably fulfill the majority of use cases by just using the standard library. But if you really love using third-party packages, don't worry. Go has a pretty decent dependency management solution called GoMod, which allows you to download packages from any Git repository, so that you can use as many dependencies as your heart desires. No matter whether you prefer the term Gopher or Goblin, Go is a pretty decent language to learn. If you want to see more content about Go, then let me know in the comments, and I'll do some deep dives into some more of the features I find really interesting of the language. Otherwise, thank you for watching.